Let's clear up a massive misconception right from the start. As a psychologist, I can tell you that true stupidity has absolutely nothing to do with a low IQ score. It's not about how quickly you can solve a math equation or how many facts you can memorize. Real stupidity is behavioral. It's a tragic, repetitive cycle of self-sabotage. It is the man who walks through life with a blindfold he tied himself, yet constantly complains about the dark. He operates entirely on autopilot, allowing unexamined habits to dictate his destiny. And the most dangerous part, he is completely unaware of his own blind spots. If we don't drag our subconscious patterns into the light, they will run our lives, and we will simply call it bad luck. So, how do you know if you, or the men around you, are caught in this trap? Listen closely. Here are 6 undeniable psychological signs of a chronically foolish man. The fortress of certainty. There is no louder siren for inner emptiness than a man who believes he has nothing left to learn. A foolish man uses arrogance as armor to protect a deeply fragile ego. He refuses to update his worldview, aggressively defends topics he barely understands, and dismisses the wisdom of anyone who challenges his narrative. In psychology, we see this manifest as the Dunning-Kruger effect, the profound illusion of competence. Because his understanding of the world is so shallow, he overestimates his own brilliance. A truly intelligent man, however, is deeply humbled by the vastness of what he doesn't know. If you refuse to evolve, you don't just stay the same, you decay. The exoneration habit. A foolish man is a professional victim. Nothing is ever his fault. If he loses his job, the boss had a vendetta. If his relationship crumbles, his partner was crazy. Why does he do this? Because taking radical accountability means looking in the mirror and admitting, I am the architect of my own misery. And for a weak ego, that truth is simply too devastating to bear. But here is the clinical reality. The moment you outsource your blame, you outsource your power. You hand the keys to your life over to circumstances. A wise man looks at his failures and says, I own this. Now, how do I fix it? Severe emotional dysregulation. We often mistake volume for power. The man who screams at a cashier, punches a steering wheel in traffic, or spirals into a rage when he feels slighted, usually thinks he's displaying dominance. In reality, he is broadcasting a profound psychological weakness. A foolish man is a hostage to his own nervous system. He does not respond to the world. He merely reacts to it. True, undeniable strength is the pause between a trigger and your reaction. A wise man feels the anger, observes it, and chooses to act with calculated composure. The mirror of mediocrity. Show me the men you surround yourself with, and I will show you your exact future. A foolish man carefully curates an echo chamber of yes men and chronic complainers. Why? Because standing in a room full of driven, brilliant people is uncomfortable. It forces him to confront his own wasted potential. Human beings are highly contagious. We unconsciously absorb the baseline standards of our peer group. Smart men deliberately seek out rooms where they are the least impressive person because they know that discomfort is the price of admission for greatness. The slavery of instant gratification. A foolish man trades his tomorrow for a cheap thrill today. He is locked in a relentless pursuit of dopamine, mindless scrolling, junk food, excessive alcohol. He numbs his boredom because sitting in silence with his own thoughts terrifies him. Discipline is not about punishing yourself. It is about respecting your future self. The wise man delays his gratification, knowing that a meaningful life is built on the sacrifices we make when no one is watching. The Groundhog Day of bad choices. Perhaps the most tragic symptom of all is the inability to learn from pain. We call this repetition compulsion. In therapy, it's the man who dates the exact same toxic partner in a different body, makes the same disastrous financial gambles, and falls into the exact same ruts. He treats life as a casino rigged against him, rather than a classroom designed to teach him. Pain is merely information. A wise man extracts the lesson, shifts his strategy, and never makes the same mistake twice. A fool just bleeds out, complaining about the sharpness of the knife. A foolish man is in love with the sound of his own voice. He listens only to formulate his next reply. but a man who is always broadcasting can never receive. Listening is the ultimate tool for data gathering. If you aren't listening, you are choosing blindness. Men aren't born arrogant or aggressively avoidant. These aren't just arbitrary character flaws, they are survival mechanisms. They are maladaptive shields you built a very long time ago. When you violently deflect blame, you are protecting a younger version of yourself who was taught that making a mistake meant you were defective. Society told you that to be a man is to be an immovable rock. So, you learned to swallow your insecurities. But swallowed emotions don't die. They ferment. They turn into the bitterness and self-sabotage that define the foolish man. True psychological resilience isn't about feeling nothing. It's about feeling absolutely everything and refusing to let those emotions dictate your behavior. Through neuroplasticity, your brain is a living map that physically rewires itself. Right now, your neural pathways for making excuses are like 6-lane highways. Choosing discipline feels like hacking through a dense jungle with a butter knife. That mental friction isn't a sign you are failing. It is the literal sensation of your brain carving a brand new path. Nobody is coming to save you. Your past traumas might not be your fault, but healing from them is 100% your responsibility. You have to step up and become the mentor you always needed. Time is the single most ruthless auditor of human behavior. You can construct a massive fortress of arrogance, but you cannot lie to time. Eventually, the bill comes due. Fast forward 10 years. Imagine the man who changed nothing. He is tired, isolated, and cynical. There is a hollow look in his eyes, the grief of wasted potential. Now, look at the second version of you, the man who chose the agonizing path of discipline. He stripped his ego down to the studs. He is a bedrock for his family, a leader among his peers. One of those men is your destiny. The choice of who survives is made in the quiet moments. It is made when the alarm goes off and you rise anyway. It is made when your blood boils, but you respond with silence. Wisdom is a daily practice. It is the relentless shedding of your foolish habits until only the truth remains. As we close, ask yourself, when the story of your life is finally written, will it be a tragedy of excuses or a masterclass in evolution? The pen is entirely in your hands. If this deep dive forced you to confront a part of yourself today, do not run from that discomfort. Lean into it. Drop a comment below and tell me, which of those 6 signs are you committing to destroy today? Declare it. Put it in writing. And if you are serious about mastering your mind, make sure you hit subscribe. Stay sharp. Stay brutally honest with yourself, and I will see you in the next session.